Good afternoon. Am I streaming? I don't know if it's actually getting somewhere, but it looks like I am streaming. I see myself over there on Twitch. Hi! 2 days in a row. Same time bats time, same time bat signal. Same drug-induced cotton mouth that's not for the fun drugs, but rather for the prescription kind. Hi everyone. I have no idea if anybody is here. While that maybe happens, I'm going to see if I can check to see if I'm on both platforms. La 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 la. There I is. In all's my glories. What happens if I do this? There's a long delay, and then we'll get the overblown out. Okay, that was exciting and fun. Oh, I've got my own voice coming back at me from my phone. Hi everyone, I'm Keith, and this is Thoughtstorms live stream. I was going to type something. I don't think I fixed the Nightbot. Dadgummit. Whew. Well, at least I can. Yeah, when I type the commands in YouTube, it works. When other people type in YouTube, it doesn't work. And when I or anyone else types in Twitch, it doesn't work. I don't know. I have more to learn about this stuff than there is this stuff. I'll be honest with you. I've been napping, and I'm only about 11 minutes awake. So, I think I'm going to get back on the sculpture thing. Also, the thing to get back on is if you can think of a word to put in chat, and I'll try to think if I know a song that's got that as a lyric, or a poem, and I'll prove it by performing the lyric. We can play that game again. Did that a couple weeks ago. Have not landed on when I'm going to do my streams. 2 p.m. so far has been pretty consistent. But I think last week it was Friday or previous week it was Friday and Saturday. This week it was Saturday and Sunday at 2. We shall see. Like I say, I got lots of learning to do. Telling the programs, telling the platforms my schedule in advance would be great, but it doesn't work. I've done that, and sure enough, it sits there and doesn't change. Okay. There's considerably less lag on YouTube than there is on Facebook. I mean, that other one. Well, It's not that considerable. I just turn there and there and saw the same thing. Putting gloves on, because no gloves. You know the rest. This stuff doesn't say you have to. Some of the YouTubers I've watched that mess with epoxy sculpt. Epoxy sculpt. A little small tongue. Company Small Tongue. They use this kind of stuff, and some of them say you don't have to wear gloves, but I do, at least while it's still setting up, still mixing together, because until it starts kicking, the chemicals might be a little difficult on sensitive skin, and Lord knows I've got sensitive skin. It says I have 2 people here. Probably all 2 of those are me so far. I didn't give as long a warning thing on the Zuckerberg channel. Where do I have all my wooden sticks gone? Wooden sticks on the water, very free and easy, easy. You know the way it's supposed to be. I wonder where my stuff is. I'm not very fond of this, not knowing where they are. Those are pointy. Could be useful. I don't even have the overhead camera on yet. Well, it's Sunday, so a lot of y'all are doing your Sunday stuff. I never require anybody to come by. I like it when it happens. I don't like it when people come and watch the video on demand later. And it tells me when somebody does, it doesn't say who they were. Doesn't tell me who somebody is unless they actually chat. A little bit. Oh, the wrong screen on. And I'm chewing gum. I'm sorry. My what you call cotton mouth is very much happening. Okay. New streamer folks, please be patient and with an elderly noob. Please come back. It's scrolling so slow. Please come back and mumble teen days. That's weird. I haven't really changed my OBS stuff. The text that's scrolling across there. Molting days / weeks to see something I don't know. Now you're just a something that I don't know. Somebody I used to know. Okay. I used the same stick on both of them, so we'll see if that has an effect. Can you see where oh, you can't. Oh, I've bumped my camera, I think. Let's see if I can put it back where it goes. I can see my phone. You can see the top of this one. It's got the two lumps that I'm going to work together. Okay, if you do turn up, it's good. It's good if you'll let me know. If you'll chat something. I mean, I understand if you're lurking for one reason or another. Maybe you're at church. Yeah, because people sometimes lurk from work, and some people consider church work, and for some people, it is. So I am just wiggling these together until the light gray and the white turn into an even lighter gray, because this is 2-part epoxy mixed with some kind of powder, baby powder. I would not be a bit surprised. What is that? Calcium carbonate? Now, some of them it's cornstarch. I don't know if they use cornstarch in this. It feels like maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know what cornstarch does in solution, but I know that a lot of recipes for homemade air dry clay is cornstarch mixed with something like hand cream, like a thicker hand lotion that comes in a pot, kind of like this. You mix that with cornstarch. I think somebody was saying that's it. That's all you put in there. Some people were putting other things in it, but I didn't get into that too much. I like the strength of this stuff. Well, the price is a bit of a consideration. Okay. Don't have any strong light going. I made a little more than usual. Where is the Julia Child mixing bowl? It's always important to keep the liver. You can see the camera. Look. Old snake camera. It's got a button with a camera symbol on it. I think you could push that and it would take a photo, take a still. Even though you were doing video, maybe it would, I don't know, pause the video long enough to do that. Can't decide if I'm gonna. No, I'm gonna make some more clusters. See, all these are hard so far. I've got clay that I'm gonna grab things together with. You are in the way, and you are severely in the way. So get out of there. La la. Gives me a little more room. And I need, put that on the keyboard there, stick-proof paper. I've got a couple of things that I want to do once you know, hopefully more people will find out about this weirdness. I bought some fine art playing cards. Not dirty minded. I don't know why it made me think of the old days when they made playing cards with pictures of naked women. You know, Betty White was on one of those naked women things. I need to turn my camera, I think. Yes, I do. Okay, I've stuck two twofers together to make a fourfer, and I will let it set up with the top of the keycap against the copper bowl. It's just a mixing bowl. I bought it a long time ago when I made a sculpture that I wanted. It's a two-handed sword. The blade was made out of wood. The handle was made out of soapstone, carved out of soapstone by myself, and I wanted a hand guard that was spherical and made out of copper and shaped to look like continents on a globe of this planet of ours. I've just broken apart one. That's the first time I've had that happen. But I can fix it. I'm right here. Oh shoot. I don't remember which way I had it. Well, I'm going to try to inveigle this in. I think I'm using the word inveigle properly. Oh shoot, those are... see how this do. It occurred to me after I started doing it this way that I could have hot glued each of these with a dab of hot glue right on the top of the... I've got the wrong... I have the wrong camera on, wrong scene on. Sorry about that. I could hot glue just from the tippy top, put it right on there, and then pack it together like I want it, and then put these on there, because the hot glue would be pretty easy to get loose. For one thing, rubbing alcohol makes hot glue give up, or helps it to do so. So, I don't like to change the process in mid-project unless I, kind of start over. And I've got quite a bit going. I mean, that's a major continent on this globe. One of the autistic fascinations I told you yesterday about pentagonal dodecahedrons. Another is the Earth seen from space. This is the most realistic globe I have painted. Lord, I bet it's 12 years ago or more. Oh yeah, it's way more than that. I collect globes not just with the thought of painting them to look realistic, but also just they fascinate me. I've done it again. These things are giving up the ghost. I need to use more clay to do it this way. I need to. I'm going to try to fix this, and that's got my attention, but anybody comes in, just say hello or something on chat. Alright, I'm going to repair this one. La la la. I'm not putting music on my streams because I figure you can ask your smart speaker to play an artist that you like, and I don't get copyright strikes, and you don't have to sit and listen to the music that I like, and you don't. Now, some of the streamers who do pick the music, I find, oh cool, I've never heard of this music before, and I kind of like it. But more often to me, what I feel like I see happen is that I can't hear them, and I can only hear the music, and I don't care for it. I don't care for not being able to hear them. They should pick what they want. Oh, show. All right, gonna try to be a little more generous with the. Oh shoot. Alcohol. Apparently, rubbing alcohol works as a thinner with this stuff, and possibly makes it stickier while it's still. I was going to say liquid, but I guess liquid's not the word. Flexible. Plastic. Although that's confusing because plastic actually can be an adjective or a noun. And something like ceramics, clay, actual clay from the earth type clay can be said to be plastic when it is still workable, and when it dries up too much, it stops being so plastic, and never should be confused with the other thing we call plastic. The other use we have for the word plastic. Too small amount. I'm being stingy. I gotta be more generous with this stuff. Starting to fall apart. And I don't prefer that. So, this is some of the kind of repetitive work. I've talked a little bit about the way I like to work as an artist. I'll test a new material, a new tool, a new technique, and I'll try to make it so that if it turns out at all, if it doesn't blow up in my face, that it will be a work of art, or at least an attempted work of art. And I've made some really good stuff that way. Not always, of course. Can you even see what I'm doing? Alright. Can't lower that tripod anymore. I'm a little sitting. I did it again. Alright. You're seeing failure happen, and yay! One of my mottos, failure is always an option. Please never forget, failure is always, always, always an option. When people tell you otherwise, they're selling something. Life is pain. Anyone who tells you different is selling something. Thoughtstorms points, if you know the movie reference. It's not a very obscure one. Another part of the idea, once I get all these together, assuming they ever all go together, I want to paint the the white bubblegum looking stuff. Various colors. So it doesn't just look like a urinal turned upside down and artist's title applied to it. I'm not fond of that. That's Duchamp, right? But it, I have to Google this. Somebody tell me, did Duchamp do both the urinal and the painting Nude Descending a Staircase? Because I like Nude Descending a Staircase a lot. I like that more than I like Picasso, for the most part. Alright, I need some more Coopers. There we are. Some clusters. I've got a million charge cable. It's not even plugged into anything. Okay. Oh, another artistic fascination, autistic as well. Brains. This is I think it might glow in the dark, but it might not. Let's see. Bouncy ball. Brain. Bouncy ball brain. When I was planning to make a live performance group, improv troupe, I was gonna originally was just gonna call it Brainstorm Theater. I realized that wasn't very novel, very interesting, or even Googleable. I mean, I guess it's Googleable, but not great. Really couldn't get the .com for that, and that's when I put the thinking cap on and ended up with thoughtstorms. I've used that for 12 years or more. If anyone out there takes a little bit of umbrage, apparently in some cultures, in the UK for one, the word brainstorm is insensitive to people with people who have seizures, because they describe their seizures as brainstorms. They've got a storm in their brain, and the way it sounds, it's not something at all desirable. I had literally written a love poem to the process of brainstorming. Atmospherics of a Brainstorm, the poem was called, and never occurred to me that anyone would consider that a problem, even knowing that they call their seizures brainstorms. I knew one guy who liked his seizures. He was kind of into them, and he felt like they made him more creative and stuff. Anyway, but I would understand how they wouldn't hit. Been listening to the liberal redneck and his crew too much. I don't hit. I don't hit. I'd like to go on record as saying 9/11 didn't hit. Okay. And I'm using it so much now, I'm going to have to mix some more clay in about 2 more join ups. Using a sharp wooden implement to try to push it against the inside of the keycaps. This is a test of not having to sand or flame treat plastic so that it will take paint and glue. And so far, I'm finding out that I'm probably going to have to at least torch. Bring a torch, tonight is a ballad. Bring a torch, come hurry and run. Alright, last join up until I make some more clay. Trying to make it look anything but like a keyboard. I realize they're all keycaps from a keyboard, but I want that to be the only resemblance. That's annoying. Wants to stick to my fingers and to the tool, but not to the keycaps. Well, that's what this project was geared toward learning. I'm going to get it all together and it's just going to all say, all right. Ooh, and there's a guy that lives in this apartment complex. Got the loudest car on the planet. He's so proud of it. What he needs to do is procreate with himself and get himself pregnant and then carry the child to term and then procreate with it. Because honestly, he's kind of a shithole. I feel like do your thing, let your freak flag fly until you've scared the living shit out of your neighbors 30 or 40 times, and then maybe stop being that kind of asshole. Just a thought. Okay. Well, I believe there's nobody chatting at least, but there might be someone lurking. It's already set up. I'm not sure I'm gonna make another batch. I don't think this is compelling viewing. And I have to kind of work off kilter, off center. Look how messy that is from what will be the outside, the front, the visible side. It's one of the reasons I plan to paint it, but also when it's good and solid, I plan to pack some more like mortar in between these chaotic bricks. But this may end up on the bonfire of failed sculptures. I haven't been streaming very long, 35 minutes. I guess I'll make up another batch. I'm gonna make some more twofers. Yep, I don't have really any left, so I gotta find the bag. There it is. Still got a lot of these things. Oh. There's also in this bag some colorful plastic magnetic things that stick together with little steel balls. I may not have enough of these keys, but if that ends up being the case, I feel certain I can at minimum on eBay find an old Macintosh keyboard for next to nothing, even with shipping. Bye bye, noisemaker, bye bye. You're only a lot of a pain in the ass in the ears and the existence. I think I'm calling an audible. I'm not going to mix more clay and make small clusters. I'm going to do something different. So here go the gloves. This way I know to reuse gloves that I probably, put in my personal effects bag in the hospital at one point or the other. I've been in so many hospitals these days. Yeah, looks like it's just me, myself, and me live, but hey, someone might look at the WOD, who knows? I don't know why they would, it ain't anything fascinating just yet. And it may never be. Let's think here. I'm gonna change over here for a moment while I mix things around. If you do watch the VOD, it would be great if you could comment somewhere so I could know somebody's dropped by that way. A streamer is supposed to stream as though there are people watching, whether there are or not. It's easier when they come in and chat a little. And I probably wouldn't have gotten into twitching except my good friend Miriam, Mother Merm, if you know her channel on Twitch. She's been inactive for about a year, but anyway, I would always like to chat in there and make people laugh, especially if I could make her laugh. That was the golden hour. Let's see, what was I going to do? Let's take a drink. Ooh. Water had a bone in it. Well, I wish I had Photoshop installed on this computer because I could give some demos and even some education on making art on a computer, but I don't. I have that on a very old Windows 7 computer, which I've not been able to network in. That's something I would like to work on soon because I've been going through my old Photoshop files of artworks, and there'll be a bunch of layers, and it's like, well, I changed this and made it a new layer, and I changed it again, and so I've got these versions, different versions of essentially the same work, and I like the idea of kind of morphing them together. I don't have a good morphing program. There is a free one that I found that I haven't gone back to try again. Anyway, I plan to be doing some of that as well as sculpting. Oh, I came across a deal there. Can I sort of demo it? I can't even read it. It's an ambigram. You can turn it upside down and it says the exact same thing. But I fear it's a bit hard to read. The first several letters people seem to get. I did that actually for a class I was in, an art class I was in at University of Texas at Arlington. Go big, University of Texas at Arlington people. I don't even know what, I guess they're Mavericks, aren't they? They didn't have a football team when I was there. I don't know if they have one now. I'm sports illiterate. I don't care. Sorry. I'll occasionally like to watch something odd like European football or Aussie rules football is fun to watch. Very strange. It's like a bunch of American sports put into a slap chopper and mushed together. But that's just me being contrary and only liking the stuff that nobody else likes. I don't know how I did this, but somehow I got some of this unmixed. It's hard to find on the camera. Where is it? Oh, right there. That's some of the unmixed A or B. Didn't mean to get that on the bottle. It's still pliable because it hasn't hit its compadre. I found the ones I had been using. Well, there is a game I want to try, and I'm going to try it on here. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm going to get that Wayne's World effect. Oh no, that'll be my Facebook. I don't want to put my Facebook there. Let's change it to, yeah, there we go. Yeah, yesterday I walked through this this process of playing this game. I like it doing it, but I'm gonna find a game. Oh Lord! When you do Control T and make a new tab, you should just be able to start typing. You shouldn't have to click in there and now, okay, I'll go back to the keyboard now, shall I? When taken. Daily game. Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, there probably are some when taken people who say you can't use Google at all. I use Google. I use Google Maps. I got one exactly because I actually found the same photo on a Wikipedia page, so I knew the exact location and date. Okay, well, can you see that? It's not behaving. Not behaving. Okay. What is it trying to show you? It's trying to show you print. Oh dear. Well, we're experiencing technical papa problems. Okay, that one is the right one. So now if I come here, make a new tab, you do see that. Okay. Ah. Now, that didn't work. There we go. Daily game for when taken. I can see it, but good Lord, you can't see it. There it is. Okay, well, this is going to be Olympics. Yay, sports. I don't think I can zoom in as easily as I do on my phone. That's a big jumbotron showing everybody what they can see anyway. Looks like symbols are being projected onto the... Oh no, that's people in hats and stuff. Uniforms probably. They're making a pattern. Oops, what is... making people seasick. And I thought that looked a little bit like Asian writing, but... Oh, I'm sorry. Chinese, Japanese, some kind of foreign deal that doesn't use good American letters. Said the guy who spells color with a U in it. In it. Well, it's, what do you call them? It's an Olympic year. I can't even, I've got things so huge so I don't have to use my reading glasses to see my computer. So, I'd say the tech is not terribly old. 2000 was an Olympic year. I'm just going to put in 2000. Hey Google, where were the 2000 Olympics held?
Sydney in Australia.
Australia! Sydney. Sydney, by the kidney. Where are you? I need to blow this up. There it is. Boy. This is easier on my phone. I know roughly where Sydney is. We'll see if I was right about the date or the location. Because if I'm not right about one, I'm probably going to be incredibly wrong about the other. Okay, so I've put my location and put the thing, and I'm hitting the word guess. And it is so big in my screen, and they waste so much space up here that I wish they wouldn't. Huh? 18 years off. Pyeongchang, South Korea. For some reason I thought that was Pyongyang. There is a Pyongyang. So I did not well at all. 18 years and 8,272 kilometers. Not good at all. Okay. Gonna need my glasses for this one. Oh Lord. They've got a photo that's catching a person yawning, I think, or telling a big story. They may not be that happy that we're using it. Doesn't look like an affluent, you know, it doesn't scream Dubai. Not trying to be classist. People have probably a good life where they are. Thought that was a boxing glove. I'm not sure what it is. Well, I don't see anything that looks terribly modern in the clothing, although this looks a little bit like a Star Trek Next Generation outfit. So I'm gonna guess this out too. I'm gonna guess back in the 1900s. Can you imagine somebody being alive in the 1900s? 1991 for some reason. And for the location, I'm just gonna say Belarus. Probably as wrong as anything. Really didn't find anything very solid to go on. Okay. Got more Belarus is. There it is. Put it close to Grodno and Belarus and hit guess and find out that I'm wrong as wrong can be. Wrong, 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 wrong. 2020, Sicily, Italy. Woohoo! 29 years off. Okay, I'm sorry. This does not say 2020s to me. I just didn't see anything at all modern. I guess the color of that Star Trek outfit was a little bit modern. Okay, this is an older one. Like I may have seen this picture before. Okay, let's see. What are they? Oh, Goldwater 64. Something water 65, hot water 66. Clever. We want Scranton. The Lovers, strictly adult. Now uncensored, uncut. The Lovers, oh so revealing. Howard's Clothing. Not that you need it next door. News. Wait. Telenews. Choir. It's require. There's definitely a letter above it. I bet that's some. I bet it's require. I mean, that's a word, but it's like a Scrabble word. I don't even know what it means. La, 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 la. So we got Goldwater and we got 64, which means I might be a solid year old if it's late in the year, but it doesn't look like it is. So I believe it's going to be sometime during 1964. And sure can't get a make on that license plate. We should have blurred that. I've just outed somebody. What's that called? Not outing somebody. Think of the word. Think of the word. Woolworth. Yeah, that's helpful. What does that say? I don't know what that says. Or this sign, there's a Abraham Lincoln cartoon. Well, it's a political march in '64. Nine, 6, 4. It's too easy to just assume it's in New York City or Washington, D.C. So I'm going to try something wacky like Baltimore. I'm not actually saying Baltimore is wacky. Might do Chicago. I'm thinking maybe I'll do Chicago. Big part of the globe I don't know much about. I want to go to Chicago because Improv is my... Humor is my religion. Improv is my chosen denomination. Let's see if I can get one of my prepared things on that. Nope. P1. Oh, that's going to work. Okay, I've guessed there and then. So I'm hitting guess. How'd I do? How do you do? San Francisco, California. Got the year right. Gay rights protest. 64 Republican National Convention. Outstanding. Good Lord, they waited a long time. And of course, it will be made illegal again very soon. Nope. Trying to stay off of politics except for one thing. Ranked choice voting. It fixes voting, basically. And conservatives love it. Progressives love it. Liberals. Boys who climb on rocks. Fat kids, skinny kids, even kids with chicken pox love ranked choice voting. Look it up on YouTube and watch an explainer today. Very interesting. It looks like they're... At first I thought it was like marching band formation. Oh goodness. I don't have a clue. Peligro. I can't read it. Horas? Warning. Now that's it looks like a pride flag. I mean, I'm sorry, it is rather colorful, but actually it doesn't look like a pride flag. Flags are very colorful. Policia, can't read that. Mountainous area. And the prevailing flesh tone is a deeper tan than my own, except for this guy. All caps are all going forward like they were designed. See, that's a different flag altogether. Man, I just don't know. Interesting kind of amphitheater. Well, this is going to be one of my wild ass guesses. It looks worse than a cell phone photo 20 years ago. So I guess for the year I'm going to put 2002. Peligro. That's Spanish, isn't it? I have traveled so little, those mountains don't tell me jack. Don't see any national flag that I recognize. So I'm going to be throwing a dart at the globe. This thing. I'll go South America a little further down. Maybe Peru. Colombia. Nicaragua? I really don't know. Let's stick it in the middle of Nicaragua. I didn't Google anything because I didn't really see anything to Google. How bad is it? 5 years off, because it was 2007. It was in Peru. I should have gone with Peru. I was off by, oh Lord. God, this is like working with a first generation iPhone. Yeah, I was light years away. Okay, this was not a very eventful game of When Taken. Jockeys on horses. Unreadable. Number 7. Doesn't look like he's winning. Boy, they're giving me nothing. I know less about horse racing, hell, than I do football, and I don't know anything about football. Kentucky Derby is every year, right? I guess that old building might be an historical building by the Kentucky Derby. I'm gonna guess Kentucky. Shit, where? Hey Google, what city holds the Kentucky Derby?
Louisville, Kentucky. On the website KentuckyDerby.com, they say, known as the home of the Kentucky Derby in the Kentucky Oaks, Churchill Downs Racetrack conducts thoroughbred horse racing in Louisville, Kentucky, during 3 race meets in the spring, September, and the fall. See everything Churchill Downs has to offer by visiting www.churchilldowns.com.
Lord. There is a cost for cheating and asking Google. Louisville, Kentucky. First I got to find Kentucky, and there's Louisville. Alright, I wonder if I can spot something that indicates a horse racing thing. Louisville Slugger Field, Slugger Museum, Palace. Performing Arts, Galt House Hotel, maybe it's over the river. Pearl Street Tap House, Norton Clark Hospitals, Howard Steamboat Museum, Colgate Park. Well, Ohio State Park? Falls of the Ohio State Park. Color me ignorant, why do they have Ohio State Park in Louisville, Kentucky? I'm just going to stick it by the word Louisville. The Civic Center. Maybe that area is big enough to hold it. And come out of there. Now I need a date. None of it said recent. Quality of the picture is hard to go on. So I'm not going to go 1900s. I'm going to go 2008. Guess. $99. 9 off. Oh, Tipperary, Ireland. Tipperary. There's a song with Tipperary in it. We are marching to Tipperary. Something like that. Well, I've been known to be incredibly wrong. So my results today are terrible. I like this game. I don't like playing it on this particular screen. Oh, I forgot I could do that. I could have zoomed out. Doy. View results. Where are they? Location 153, year 362. I think that's for all the ones I played. Alright, well, that wasn't super fascinating. Super fascinating. Well, apparently Sunday at 2 isn't a lively time for people to drop by, and I'm just getting started. I've been trying to start streaming for more than 3 years now. People have generously gifted me computers, which I have failed to make work until this one. And it's a laptop that works fine until somebody trips on the plug and it immediately dies. I've never had a laptop. By the way, I've never bought a laptop. I've been gifted hand-me-down laptops. And I've never had one that you could use unplugged, even for a minute. They've all been like that. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I can't see the time because I don't have my specs on. 3:08 Texas time. I stayed on almost 2 hours yesterday. We had some chatter in the chat. Restream bots. Spam Philly. The long road to go. That's how laptops do. Hi, Spam Jelly. My brother from the same mother. How you doing? Interesting. It had been saying 2 people, and now it's saying 1, but somebody's actually chatting to me from Twitch. All right then. Peter, you play any of these daily games? I know the word games aren't your thing. That's when you try to guess where and when the picture was taken. And a lot of times it's a lot better than that. Kentucky wasn't a great guess. That old-timey architecture, I don't know. I've never been to Kentucky. I've never been to Ireland either. Yes, I don't. Okay. Well, they're kind of wild. There's one called Proximity that my friend Cynthia and I play. Actually, all these daily ones, I send my results to her. She only plays a few of them. But she plays the Proximity, and you just give it a word, and it tells you if you're cold, far, warm, tepid, and then it gets to like 360 away, and you get your number closer, and you can have 3 hints. I think it was yesterday's. The final answer was a pain in the butt. I got close to it. I got 2 away. I got the number 2 answer, which was dog. And I had tried basically everything. I tried every animal I could think of. Hedgehog, ferret, terrapin. I tried everything. And it was animal. It was the word animal. Weirdness. How are things in your chunk of Texas there, Mr. Jelly Spam? Mr. Spam Jelly has, I think you still got your videos on your YouTube channel, don't you? None of them are recent, but they're all good. At least they're mostly good. I don't remember if I saw any that I didn't think were good. What else can we perhaps get up to on the interwebs? Okay, this one's called Worldle. I know they were, yeah. They maybe still are. Oh, I already did this morning. That's Sri Lanka. Oh, spoiler. That's Sri Lanka. Oh, but it doesn't know this is me, so it's giving me the game again. Well, I did it this morning. I've done all of them except the one I just did, and now I've done that. So, I can do an archive, I believe. Passage to the next bonus round. I don't love this one. It starts asking you like what languages are spoken, and I thought there was a you have 6 guesses to get it. Yeah, I didn't know that I've played before. So that's not fascinating. I hate to cut bait when I've got a living chat guy. What's going on in your game, Mr. Jetty Spam? You haven't like given up on it, have you? I think my friend John is disgusted with the game he was active in. I should put this back on something better than this. It's my face. I still have the same stupid artwork flashing. I intend before I stream again to have a bunch of different artworks. Probably a lot of them rectangular or square. So far I wasn't able to make that work. OBS is an interesting beast. It lets you do a bunch of cool stuff, but it's not very user-friendly. Haven't played in 2 days, but about to get on. Well, I'm going to let you do it because I have come over a little ready for lunch. At 3 something in the afternoon on a Sunday. Sunday, color and light. There's only color and light. Well, thanks for dropping by, Mr. Spam Jelly, and anybody who might have lurked, and anybody who might look at the video on demand later. I'm Keith. This is thoughtstorms. I seem to like 2:30 p.m. as the time of day. I'm going to do some weekdays. I still don't know how to, what do you call, raid. I could have taken an entire 2 people on a raid, but I don't know how to do it. Alright, kids and people and purples, I'm going to call it a night. Leave you with a bit of wisdom. Someone asked Peter Sagal, comedian, writer, host of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me on public radio and podcasting platforms. Somebody asked him, what was the best advice you ever got? And he said, do the thing that'll make the better story. So if you go down that road, you know you're probably safe. It's well lit. You're not going to have a flat. There's not scary crap around every corner. If you go down that way, you think, it's a little more sketchy. Maybe take the sketchier road because it makes a better story. I thought that was a pretty good answer to the wisest bit of advice he ever got. And on that note, I don't know yet when I'll be back on. I expect probably Tuesday. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2 p.m. Texas time. We shall see. I do plan to do some late night. I'm a very nocturnal person. 24-hour day has nothing to do with me. So drop by again if you feel like it, and don't if you don't. See me later times. Kill my microphone. Me.